The Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively legal saga continues, and after we've already broken down the complaints and the responses right now,
this is going to be Lively's attempt to recast what's going on here, to bring the narrative back to her side, and hopefully some sympathy from people, because right now she's losing 90%, I would say. Zach, do you agree with that? And what about Taylor Swift? I mean, the silence is depth. Hasn't she stood up for other female artists in the past under similar circumstances, and now you're just not hearing anything?
Blake Lively, Hollywood's golden girl and fashion icon, known for being half of one of the most adored celebrity power couples, is now at the center of a scandal that could potentially shake her career to its core.
And what I wanted, there were two things that I wanted. I wanted the media and observers to know that a lot of us have a problem with Blake Lively and what she has done to an innocent man. And so I knew that she was going to be getting a lot of love in the media for this big new premiere. And I just wanted someone to be out there at the premiere holding up the sign, standing up for Justin Baldoni and calling Blake Lively out for what she has done.
Here's what citizen journalists had to say. Today, while the public is screaming to be heard on our distaste for this person, Blake Lively, and on a day where she had a perfectly reasonable and very public excuse to make a pass walking this red carpet, Blake Lively walked a red carpet populated entirely of Preuves fans, vetted journalists, and media-prepped co-stars. So let's keep real on this. Media-vetted co-stars who are all there on the condition that they play by Blake Lively's rules. I may not have all the answers on why Blake has the stranglehold on Hollywood that has motivated so many to bend over backwards to do her bidding, but even without the why, the what is plain as day. Blake Lively is the powerful one. Stop thinking you can sell this lie to us. Now, I completely agree that Blake Lively is the powerful one. I don't know if there was some coordinated effort to not talk about this, other than all of the PR are going to say don't.
Reports are circulating that Blake Lively presented fake evidence in court against actor and filmmaker Justin Baldoni. Yes, you heard that correctly. What began as a legal dispute has quickly escalated into a full-blown courtroom drama, complete with shocking revelations, leaked documents, and accusations that could turn everything upside down.
I can just imagine. I mean, even when we do filings that are non-public celebrity cases, you know, you kind of go back and forth about the wording, make sure that you have what you need. But here, they're filing it for an ulterior motive. It's really not for the court, it's for public consumption. So I can imagine that it's not just the lawyers that have to review these complaints or amend a complaint, it's all the PR people. I mean, it's the agents, it's probably Ryan Reynolds.
Is Blake really behind this, or is she being set up in a larger Hollywood power play? Hold on tight. This is about to get intense.
in the explosive legal battle between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively, new text messages reveal shocking behind-the-scenes drama. Blake Lively's alleged push to control the film's edits and his apparent mentions of Taylor Swift, and even a weight discussion. These text messages paint a very different story than what Lively has publicly claimed.
Let's start from the beginning. According to sources close to the case, Blake's legal team presented evidence suggesting that Justin Baldoni was involved in illegal activities, such as money laundering and unethical financial dealings.
They're working on it, and I'm sure their work's going to be everything at this point in time. They've probably got a team of lawyers, paralegals, and everybody pulling together and everything. I personally don't think it's going to be a whole lot different than the original complaint that's out there. This is going to be a story told to the public at large. It's supposed to hopefully address some of the PR failures that they've had, including Saturday Night with Ryan Reynolds on SNL. But I think it's still going to be the same that she made complaints, they were ignored, and then when finally they got tired of hearing these complaints from her, they retaliated against her. And that's going to be the theme. It's still going to be but it's just going to have a lot more facts in it. I think Baldoni's crew got out in front of it more quickly. The text messages that they put together and put out and file in court, the way they read is like a novel. And so this is going to be Lively's attempt to recast what's going on here, bring the narrative to her side, hopefully with some sympathy from people, because right now she's losing 90%, I would say. Do you agree with that?
The so-called evidence included email chains, text messages, and financial records that supposedly linked him to questionable transactions. But here's the twist. Forensic experts claim the documents were fabricated using advanced software. Cybersecurity professionals have flagged inconsistencies in the metadata of the emails, with some timestamps not matching and the formatting looking suspiciously altered. Even AI detection tools have pointed out that some of the text messages may have been generated using deepfake technology. The situation has taken a dramatic turn.
The fact that WME fired Justin is a huge cause for a lot of the damages that he's now suffering, including the loss of his Pac-Man movie and deals that Wayfair had. What are the real ramifications of this? And does it help that there's now actual audio?
I think it's rises to the level of what we almost call smoking gun. And you know, what you're trying to prove in the defamation case, you actually suffer damages related to whatever you say without this history. And sometimes that's a hard neck is for like that our skincare line and it was going to be hard for Baldoni to show. Any comments that were made about him, because he was so well with PR or actually affected the damages. But what I think we're seeing now is, whoa, WME absolutely out because of these things that were said. And now it's a clear line. Yes.
Fans are divided. Some believe this is a deliberate attempt to sabotage Justin's career, while others speculate that Blake might have been misled by someone on her legal team. But if the evidence is fake, who stands to gain the most? Let's dig deeper.
I think that was also a big issue from Blake Lively's team, is that, they were okay with the website going up as far as the amended complaint goes. Now, when it came to that timeline, they actually wanted that timeline to be incorporated with the complaint as far as going into that paragraph form, because they kind of explained that this was all their side of the story. This was one-sided. But, when you have receipts, proofs, timeline, facts, text messages, all this stuff to kind of counter the claims that, your client has put forth, it's kind of hard to kind of diminish that a little bit as far as, what is the possible jury pool going to see, before they're getting called for this case. And that, of course, we know that the trial is going to be slated for next year. They're going to keep that date of next year, even though the judge kind of mentioned a little bit that he might be interested in pushing that date forward, because it seems like everyone across the board just wants it resolved. Everyone across the board is claiming, with their respective parties, that they have been either emotionally or financially damaged by everything that's going on. And whether it's Blake and Ryan Reynolds, who, again, we have to stress, Ryan Reynolds is not even a part of the It Ends With Us movie. Again, there's a lot of conspiracies, kind of what role he plays a little bit right now, but just sticking to the facts here. Whereas, Baldoni's team, they're being accused of sexual harassment, all this type of thing. So it's a lot of he said, she said. It's a lot of kind of mess. It's kind of giving you a little eeriness of what had happened with the Johnny Depp Amber Heard situation. But again, this isn't a criminal case. This is not a criminal matter. No one's going to jail. This is a civil matter. So I think as far as the resolve goes, could we all argue that there's been damage to every single party involved?
Absolutely. Here's where things get even messier. Justin's legal team wasn't about to let these claims slide. With the help of forensic analysts, they meticulously examined the so-called evidence, and it didn't take long to uncover major discrepancies. For instance, one of the emails presented had a font that didn't even exist at the time it was supposedly sent. Another text message was traced to an IP address from a completely different country than where Justin was when it was sent. But then came the biggest bombshell. An anonymous former employee from Blake's legal team stepped forward, claiming they were pressured into fabricating the evidence. The whistleblower revealed internal communications discussing how to strengthen the case against Justin with doctored materials.
See, the allegation that she was the victim of a smear campaign, and she says she's got the text messages to prove it. So particularly the messages between Baldoni and Melissa Nathan, his crisis management expert, and Jennifer Abel, his publicist. So I want to go to her complaint. Her complaint reads, on August 16th, Miss Nathan circulated a Daily Mail article entitled String of Hard-to-Watch Videos That Have Surfaced Following Tone-Deaf Q&A to promote It Ends With Us Could Tarnish 36-year-old star's golden Hollywood image for good, to which Abel responded, wow, you really outdid yourself with this piece. And Miss Nathan replied, that's why you hired me, right? I'm the best. As their own words reveal, the purpose of this social manipulation plan was twofold. It aimed to both conceal the pattern of harassment and other misconduct by Mr. Baldoni, Mr. Heath, and Wayfarer, and retaliate against Miss Lively by battering her image, harming her businesses, and causing her and her family severe emotional harm. Millions of people, including many reporters and influencers who saw these planted stories, social media posts, and other online content, had no idea they were unwitting consumers of a crisis PR, astroturfing, and digital retaliation campaign created and funded by Mr. Baldoni and Wayfarer to hurt Miss Lively. That is precisely the goal of astroturfing campaign, to light the fire. They continue to stoke conversation secretly, blurring the line between authentic and manufactured content and creating viral public take.